Hi, this is Bill Knauer for Author Magazine, and today I'm talking with Michael Neill, author of You Can Have What You Want and Feel Happy Now, among other books. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you very much.
For some of our listeners who may not be familiar with your work, could you describe briefly what it is you do besides writing best-selling self-help books?
Well, basically since about 1994, I've been specifically working as the sort of cultural euphemism is life coach.
Okay.
But essentially, I work with people on making their lives more wonderful.
One of the concepts that you deal with that I am most intrigued by is effortless success. Could you describe that to our listeners?
Absolutely, and effortless success flows from two basic things. And my agent, I remember when I was going to call the first book, and we wound up doing a CD program called Effortless Success.
Okay.
And my agent objected because he said, "I see you work." And I said, okay, we can call it seemingly effortless success. Because it's not that you don't sit at the typewriter and type. It's not that you don't take time. It's that you don't effort. You don't struggle. You're not fighting against yourself. I mean, one of my very favorite books and was very helpful to me early on, and I coach a lot of writers, so I know it's been very helpful to a lot of them, and I know the author, and he's a really great guy. It's called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield.
The War of Art?
The War of Art.
Okay.
And it's an amazing book. And for a lot of writers when they're first starting out, the distinctions that he offers around professional and amateur and around just showing up and doing the work every day are incredibly valuable. But there comes a point at which, do you really want to spend your life at war?
Yeah.
And, you know, I always sort of preferred the Asimov model, where, you know, Isaac Asimov, when he was asked what he would do if he had only 6 weeks to live, he said, write faster. You know, that was a guy who was not at war with his art.
No,
it was just expression that was pouring out of him. And for me as a writer, you know, I've written over 1 million words in the last 4 years.
Wow.
Right? That takes some time. Because I've also, as well as my own books, I've ghosted a number of books, and you know, so you know, a writer writes and I write, but I'm not actually someone who, you know, writes to a tight schedule and, you know, is always kind of going, right, I haven't done my 3 pages or my 3 hours or whatever it is today. I write when I feel like writing, but the reality is I feel like writing a lot because I don't have I'm not pushing against myself.
Right.
So much of our effort as writers or whatever it is that we do is spent trying to make ourselves do what we don't want to do. Well, that's effortful.
Right.
The whole point of effortless success is you're doing what you actually want to do.
Yeah.
There's no effort in that.
Yeah.
There's almost, for no one I know, is there effort in going out and having sex with their girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife.
Right.
That's usually not something they have to go, okay, God, I don't really, I should do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. Right? Hopefully that's something that you really want to do, and it's more a case of finding time and opportunity than it is anything else.